I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how to improve your day game. I've got a quick email here from a reader, and he says, "Hello, I read your website with great interest. I have a lot of fear about approaching women cold out in public. I can approach in bars and events, but I'd like to get better at day game approaches." And I would say to that, it sounds like the bars are easier because you probably got a little Brave juice in your body, which is beer, alcohol of some kind. And what I would say about that, I've found it's a lot easier to meet high-quality women out in your daily life, whether it's in an event, at a seminar, walking down the street, whatever it happens to be. Because usually in a bar or nightclub, it's loud as fuck. It's just, I know in Florida you can still smoke in bars and nightclubs unless they serve food there. But it's just, I think it's a horrible way to meet women. All the women I've ever had as serious girlfriends, I've never met any of them in a bar or nightclub. I always met them out in public, usually through similar interests. It's just what I've learned about life is when you're ready for that next great relationship or that next great love of your life, and you've done the work on yourself necessary to get prepared for that, that person will magically show up in your life, and you'll look in her eyes and she'll look at yours, and you'll know that it's fucking on. He says, I don't know if one of your books or CDs or phone coaching would be best. At any rate, I think I could use your help. And I would say I'd love to coach you, but the first place that you should start with is you need to read my book first. Why? Because, think about it. You're paying me, it's going to cost you a lot more to talk to me per hour than it's going to be to download my Kindle ebook, and you don't want to be asking me questions that you can get answered for a couple dollars for what it costs to read my ebook. So I prefer to coach people who have actually already been through my book, because I'm not interested in teaching you my book over the phone, because you need to learn the baseline knowledge of what I talk about and what I teach in my book, and you need to read it 10 to 15 times to the point you literally could give a seminar on it. So before you book your first paid phone coaching session, I would suggest that you read my book, write all your questions down, and then book a phone coaching session. And so I did a video several months ago called Improving Your Social Skills. So just go to YouTube and search Improve Your Social Skills. Or you can go to Google and just Google Improving Your Social Skills, and I think that video will come up on the first page on the search results. And if it doesn't, just add Corey Wayne to that, and it'll definitely come up. And in that video, I talk about the best place to go. If you want to practice your day game, the best place to go is the mall to practice your skills. And use the techniques that I talk about in the video Improving Your Social Skills. Because what you're simply going to do is you're going to go to the mall, and you're going to start out with something very simple based upon, because everybody's level of confidence is different. I'll walk up to anybody anywhere. I don't give a fuck. If I like a girl and she's looking at me with desire and I know she's into me, I'm going to go right up to her and talk to her, because it's obvious that she's feeling the same thing I am, and more than likely she's exactly the person I was supposed to meet, because I can feel it internally, I can feel it inside, and it just naturally flows. But obviously you got to work up to that, and that's what I talk about in my book, is strategies and low-risk things that you can use to interact with women and ask them questions to where they think you're just having a normal conversation with them, but you're actually gauging their interest level based upon their responses. And so if a girl's not giving you good enough responses that communicate that it's worth risking asking for her phone number or asking her out on a date, then you can just excuse yourself from the conversation, say it was nice chatting with you, have a great day, and move on. So back to the mall. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the mall, and like I said, you need to watch the video Improving Your Social Skills. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but the basics of it are, as you start out with just walking around the mall, practice making eye contact with people without looking away first. Because a lot of people will do that. They'll make eye contact with a beautiful girl, and they'll go, and they'll be terrified of looking in her eyes. And when you do that, you communicate that you're submissive. In other words, that she's dominant and you're weak. And women like confident guys, and you just fucking totally blew it there by blowing the eye contact. And so walk around, make eye contact first with people. Just look people in the eye. And I'd say probably 60 to 70% of the people are going to probably ignore you like you're not even there. They'll know you're looking them in the eye, but they'll just ignore you. And so those people just walk right by. But as you walk by them, just practice keeping looking into their eyes. Some people will look you back in the eyes and smile, like women that find you physically appealing, physically attractive. In other words, you meet their minimum standards of attraction, and they're available, and they're single, and they're not tied up with a boyfriend. Usually they'll look you in the eye and they'll smile. That means that they're open to meeting somebody. They're open to meeting you because they looked you in the eye, your eyes, and they smiled. And when you do that, or when you see that happen and you're comfortable with that, just smile back. And then when that gets boring, then you start saying hello to people. And when that gets boring, then you start going through some of the techniques and strategies that I talk about in my book for striking up conversations. And just simply go into some of the stores in the mall and start talking to clerks and interacting with them, especially like perfume counters where the women are working, just so you can practice chatting and interacting with women. Like I said, there's a lot of great stuff in my book that'll help you. And like I said, the video that I did called Improving Your Social Skills, that'll give you a great technique. You can go to the mall. I just say like 1 to 2 hours a week in whatever time you can spare, at least an hour. You got to go for at least an hour. And once you start doing it, you realize this shit's actually pretty fucking easy. And so as your confidence improves and your level of comfort improves, you'll naturally work up to the point where you're asking for phone numbers and setting dates right on the spot. I mean, I'm at the point where if I meet a girl, I'm going to set a date right on the spot. I'm not going to be taking the phone number and call her back 3 or 4 days. I don't need to go through all that bullshit. I mean, I did that stuff when I was younger and I was learning this stuff. And most of the people coming to me, they're very insecure and they're unsure of themselves. And so you got to walk before you can run. And so I teach the strategies and the things that I use to overcome my insecurities and my fears and my doubts in a low-risk way where I didn't have to risk rejection very much. But like I said, that's the place that I'm at. When I make eye contact and she's looking in my eyes, I know she's feeling what I'm feeling, and it's just a matter of verbalizing what I know we both already feel and making a date right on the spot, a time to meet, and get the fucking party started because life's too short. But like I said, you got to work up to that. Those are advanced things, and most guys just fucking absolutely terrified. I mean, walking up to a woman when you know she's into you and just going, "I want you." That fucking guys are like, oh, like some of the guys I talked to first time that I'm coaching, I tell them to do that. They're like, you do that? Like, I mean, to me, I don't even think about that. But to them, I can understand it. So it's best to work up based upon your level of confidence. Work up to the level that you're comfortable with. And when things get easy and they get boring, then you just keep going to the next level, escalating a little bit more until you're getting to the point where you're making dates on the spot, you're getting phone numbers, and it becomes pretty much routine at that point. So if you have a question that you want to ask me or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website and click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, and your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers, but be patient and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and just follow the instructions. And if you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, you can do that by going to my website. Underneath the email sign-up box is going to be a little box that has a link to the Amazon Kindle download page. Follow that link, and when you get there, you don't need to have a Kindle to read my book. All you have to do is download one of Amazon's free Kindle e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read my book on. Once you download their free app, it only takes 99 seconds to download my book to that device. And the cool thing is, it will always save your place. If you download the app on a different device and you open the book up, it'll be on that same page that you last left off on. It's really a cool system that they've got. Only takes 60 seconds. I will talk to you soon.